Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Okay, so we gotta keep up here, folks. Yesterday was quite the eventful morning. A far cry from the Biden regime, I'll tell you that much. We went from having a president in the basement to having a president who's hitting us with major announcement after major announcement. And yesterday morning, we got two for the price of one. Donald Trump is now signaling a massive policy shift, a complete governing philosophy shift, and of course it's all centered around the concept of America first. No more empty speeches, no more empty platitudes and phony compassion for the rest of the world and the world's poor while Americans rot on the streets. Donald Trump is sending a crystal clear message. The days of putting illegal aliens over American citizens are over, and it seems as though the era of taking care of our own has officially begun. No more empty promises with these phony politicians who say they're gonna do for you, but then take your tax dollars and send them abroad, or spend your tax dollars on frankly foreign invaders. No, finally we've got a president who's making it absolutely clear the American people come first, and that is something American citizens have been demanding for decades. Trump is raising the bar once again, despite all the media naysaying and propaganda. Let me show you guys the clips coming straight out of the Oval Office. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so let's talk about this first announcement. President Trump just greenlit a National Center for Warrior Independence, which they're actually aiming to build in Los Angeles, and that's not for political reasons. It's mostly due to the fact that that's the homeless epicenter of North America. It's a sad thing to say, but it's the current state of affairs. Los Angeles is the city with the highest homeless veteran population in the country, and President Trump wants to do something about it.
Crooked Joe Biden, the U.S. government has spent nearly $1 billion to house illegal aliens and foreign migrants in expensive luxury hotels, courtesy of you, the American taxpayer, and they want to spend billions and billions more. In many states, we're running out of hotel space because the rooms are all booked up with illegal aliens living in a very large way on the American taxpayer's dime. Meanwhile, we have 33,000 veterans in this country who are homeless and living very poorly, I might add, and it's a shame. They're living in filth and squalor on our streets. Nobody is doing a thing for them. We helped them a lot during my 4 years, and it's all been dropped. Everything we did for our veterans has been dropped. It's a disgrace. Joe Biden puts illegal aliens before homeless veterans, and we cannot let this happen any longer. The American veteran is one of our greats. These are great, great people. On day one, I will sign an executive order to cut off Joe Biden's massive spigot of funding for shelter and transport of illegal aliens and redirect a portion of those savings, a very large portion, I might add, to provide shelter and treatment for homeless American veterans.
So this National Center for Warrior Independence is going to be funded by redirecting money that used to go to illegal migrants, handing over welfare to people who invaded the country. Well, he's now redirecting those tax funds to be used on people who actually deserve it, people who earned it, people who bled for the country. And this is long overdue. We've got somewhere between 3,000 to 6,000 homeless veterans in Los Angeles alone. And nationally, the numbers are likely in the tens of thousands. Meanwhile, the US government under Joe Biden was spending $150 to $450 billion a year based on various different estimates. On what? Not on taking care of American veterans, that's for sure. No, on illegal aliens, giving them housing, food, legal aid, medical care, schooling, you name it. It's absolutely un-American. And President Trump clearly has had enough. He made a promise a long time ago that he would put veterans at the forefront of social policy, and here he is delivering. And this new center isn't just a shelter. The goal is to create a life rebuilding hub. It's not just housing, but it's also substance abuse treatment and employment support. The goal is to create resources to give these veterans the ability to gain their dignity back. I gotta tell you, it's really refreshing to see. And all those people during the election cycle that claimed that Donald Trump didn't actually care about veterans, well, don't they look like absolute dummies now? I think the contrast, again, is becoming clearer and clearer every single day. It's the Democrats who don't care about homeless vets. The same Democrats who have been pretending to care for, 20 some odd years, maybe longer, but especially the last 20 years, in places like California, for instance, where they've dumped billions upon billions of dollars to supposedly help, but the problems have worsened. reaching crisis level. Meanwhile, they seem to put most of their focus in terms of policy, and especially in terms of rhetoric, on non-citizens. Talk about a slap in the face. But anyways, like I said earlier, Trump's sending a very clear message. And speaking of clear messages, let's move on to the second announcement, as Donald Trump announces the official launch of the self-deportation program.
Today, I signed an executive order to launch the first ever self-deportation program for illegal aliens. We are making it as easy as possible for illegal aliens to leave America. Any illegal alien can simply show up at an airport and receive a free flight out of our country. We have also launched a phone app called CBP Home. That's CBP Home, where illegals can book a free flight to any foreign country. As long as it's not here, you can go anywhere you want. We're also adding a very important exit bonus for illegals to further incentivize their self-deportation. This deportation bonus will save American taxpayers billions and billions of dollars. What Biden did to this country can never be explained, will never, ever be accepted. Eventually, when the illegals are gone, it will save us trillions of dollars. However, if illegal aliens choose to remain in America, they're remaining illegally and they will face severe consequences. Illegal aliens who stay in America face punishments including significant jail time, enormous financial penalties, confiscation of all property, garnishment of all wages, imprisonment and incarceration, and sudden deportation in a place and manner solely of our discretion. So to all illegal aliens, book your free flight right now. We want you out of America. But if you're really good, we're going to try and help you get back in.
Yeah, speaking of clear messages, Donald Trump is sending a warning to illegal migrants all over the country. You've got one last opportunity, one last little moment of grace here. Leave voluntarily or prepare to face everything. Fines, jail time, asset seizure, wage garnishment, or as the White House describes, sudden removal on our terms. Basically what he's saying is, leave now, voluntarily, or face the legal consequences. And you know what? I think this is going to have a massive impact. Like I was saying the other day, I don't think every illegal is going to take him up on his offer here, but I also don't think the numbers are going to be insignificant either. You know, just like his campaign rhetoric and early presidential rhetoric basically already slashed border crossings down 95%. Well, again, this is rhetoric, it's action that should have an impact. Are 90+% of illegals going to self-deport? Of course not. But hey, even if it's 10, maybe 15%, let's say hundreds of thousands, maybe a million illegals taking the president up on his offer, that's absolutely massive. And what it also is millions upon millions of dollars saved in enforcement. It helps alleviate the pressure and backlogs on immigration courts. I guess less people being sent to Alcatraz. Let's call it less detention center overflow. And of course, a lesser strain on schools, on hospitals, and housing. And all of that comes to the benefit of the American citizen and American taxpayer, who have been footing the bill and dealing with the consequences socially and economically. Again, Donald Trump is putting the American taxpayer, the American citizen, finally at the front of the line. He is saying loud and clear that America comes first, unlike Joe Biden, who put the freaking cartels and the NGOs first. A great new direction. Fantastic announcements yesterday. Housing veterans, giving them the care that they need. The era of slow, orchestrated, managed decline is over. Common sense is back in the building. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.